Well, good afternoon, friends. It's Curtis Robinson with Conway Toe to Toe, and I've got some very exciting news for people that might be interested in coming and training with us and would also like to use some money from the Education Freedom account. Now, I can tell you that if you go up here to this website that says opportunityarkansas.org, you can kind of see everything. And that's probably not going to be on the screen at this moment. Let me back it up a little bit. There we go. So there we have it. It's opportunityarkansas.org. Hopefully you guys can see that. And again, I am making a bizarre phone recording basically because I don't feel like doing what I need to do to make it any other way. That being the case, bear with me. I just want to make a short video. Of course, this might end up being 30 minutes long or something, but let's keep it as simple as possible. The bottom line is that there is public money for schools, typically spent on public schools. However, there is the Learnsact, and if you go in there and you look at the Learnsact, it kind of talks about how you can get money for your child to help them in their growth, in their personal development. And of course, you can click on any one of these particular tabs and get more information about, different schools you can choose from, different programs. Now, I'm not a school as far as like a traditional K through 12 school. I'm a martial arts instructor. This is going to be basically for your physical education needs and also for some social development, self-defense needs, those kinds of things. But it looks like they will let you have about 90% of this money. So we're looking at $6,800. I did a little bit of math. So I'm only allowed to help with 2 classes. So if I offer 2 classes at $99, I think that's a reasonable price. Then let me go back. So it's $6,800. We're going to put that into our calculator. So you can kind of look at what do you get when you got $6,800 to work with. If you divide that up over 12 months, you're looking at $566 per month. For my 2-day-a-week program, I'm asking for $99. That leaves $467 that you can spend on other things. Kind of keep that in mind. It also covers a lot of things like uniforms and equipment and so on and so forth for other programs as well as our program. Just something that you guys should know. So just kind of looking at the money, that's pretty exciting. Each of your kids that qualifies, we'll look under eligibility next, has a $6,800 pot of money that could be used. Now, if they're already in public schools, there's some other qualifications and situations, but again, we're talking about largely, let's say, homeschool kids, for example. Let's get into it. So student eligibility. So it says right here that for an application could be for the 23-24 school year, they must be eligible to enroll in public elementary school or secondary school in Arkansas, have at least one parent who's a resident of the state, and meet one of the following criteria. Now, you can go through all these different criteria, and then you can kind of go down here and look at these eligible expenses, tuition and fees, uniforms, other required expenses, and so forth, supplies. Pretty good overall. There's some other money that is available through this Succeed Scholarship Transition, and then the pay and purchase through your class wallet. How are you going to pay for these classes and so forth? So guys, go read through that. You can always email this ade.efa@ade.arkansas.gov. I really hope you guys can see that's a little bit small on my screen, but that kind of gives you an idea of basically what you're kind of looking at. Now, if you want to sign up for your own Education Freedom account, click this button, sign up here. They'll walk you through it, not terribly difficult. Here's a nice little video, 4 minutes long, and this is actually on the Learnsact. That's the law and so forth. This is the Educational Freedom account. So don't get me wrong, I would say watch the Learnsact, see what the background is, then go back and go to this Educational Freedom one so that you can really see kind of how the money works. And then let's look at some of these frequently asked questions. I wanted to know, most importantly, who's eligible? Is it anybody? Is it everybody? Is it somebody? So I clicked on it, and this is what it says. To be eligible for EFA, students must meet the following criteria. They must be eligible to enroll in a public elementary or secondary school in Arkansas. Well, I think that's just about everybody. They also must have at least one parent who's a resident in Arkansas. Again, here in the state, I think that's pretty much everybody. That's pretty good. So again, they've got some neat stipulations for 2025 to 2026 school year. So it says here, all students who meet these conditions will be eligible for the EFA program regardless of income or zip code. That's pretty interesting. Regardless of your income, regardless of your zip code, pretty cool that it really is, in addition to just these criteria, you have to be available, or I should say eligible to enroll in public school and have one parent in Arkansas. It's also including, this is in addition to, if I read it correctly, first-time kindergartners, first-time and first graders, students who struggled last year, have a DN and F in the other school, students coming from Succeed Scholarship Program, homeless students, current or former foster care students, students with disabilities, children of active duty military, children of military veterans. Hey, that's definitely me, my kids. Children of military reserves, children of first responders, children of law enforcement officers. These are all in addition to these. Now, this is the initial eligibility from what I understand. If I'm wrong, you guys can go back and double check. But I think this is pretty much going to be everybody. Pretty interesting. All right. Here's some interesting thing about where it can be used. Private schools, parochial schools, private charter schools, and so forth. That's the big thing. But for me, it's going to be this homeschooler piece. A lot of these homeschoolers or micro schoolers don't get the PE education. So what do? Man, we teach kickboxing and Jiu Jitsu. We've got great fitness directed programs that are going to help kids get stronger, faster. They're also going to get some really great social interaction in kickboxing and Jiu Jitsu with us. It is a safe program. We talk a lot about safety, talk a lot about the appropriate gear to wear and so forth. So kind of keep those things in mind. And again, here's a little more information about that EFA. And it says right here that eligible students can access up to 90% of what the state spent per student in the previous school year. It's pretty good. So again, if it's $6,800 this year, it could be more or even less next year, but that's still a ton of money for anything that I would need. And I'm not sure what other questions you guys might have. All right. If you have additional questions, you can always try to contact people. But anyways, there's some other information about the Succeed Scholarship and some of the other things, just particularly about the EFA. I thought this was pretty neat. It's supposed to be part of the Learnsact for eligible students. These funds and these accounts may be used to pay for tuition fees, uniforms, certain other educational-related expenses. So again, that's kind of the deal. Now, here's the trick. I am currently eligible. I should say, when I say eligible, I got a letter from Miss Lydia from the Arkansas Freedom account here. It says right here, thank you for your interest in becoming an education service provider, EFA, and so on and so forth. We have, toe-to-toe has been approved to participate in 24-25 program. Now again, this is the actual director of the program, and I have gone through the necessary steps in order to get my account set up. All right, here's some additional information that she sent, talking about approved vendors and so forth. So again, there's a vendor onboarding webinar and so on and so forth that people can watch to learn a little bit about it, and then ultimately how to get the how to get everything kind of rocking and rolling. And again, she's coaching us. Here's the seal of the great state of Arkansas there. And again, some additional information about vendors and what we can and can't do and so forth. I'm kind of sharing this with you because I want you guys to know, number one, I'm legit. We're a legitimate company. We've got a legitimate business. We have a real brick and mortar program here. We're not training out of somebody's garage or training out of somebody's backyard. So it's pretty cool what we do. So if you guys want to learn a little bit more about us, you can type in Conway toe to toe, and we pop right up. Martial arts, self-defense, and so forth. There I am. There's Joel Fountain, Jennifer. Okay, these are people that are in our program, and you can kind of go through and see these kids' programs, what we do. Got junior kickboxing programs, right? It talks a little bit about what we do. Here's some cool videos. It's actually our old facility. We've got a newer and cooler facility now. It shows little pictures of different things that we've done in that program and how to get started and enrolled today. If we go back, we can click again at Kids Programs and look at the Jiu Jitsu program. Again, pretty cool. Talk a little bit about how we do business, the safe practice environment, and so forth. There's, again, more great videos for you guys to take a look at and kind of see how we train and what we're doing and the benefits of Jiu Jitsu and what the real difference happens to be. Again, back to this wonderful website, guys. I hope that you use this information for a good reason that helps your child grow either in their academic life or in the case where I can help in coaching them in martial arts. I'm a 40-year martial artist. When I say that, I don't mean that as a point to brag. It's that I've been around a long time and I know what is good and what works when it comes to training children and adults, by the way. Be sure to like and share this information. If you're seeing it on Facebook, I would really appreciate if you share it to all of your homeschool families. And again, you saw some of the qualifications and the eligibility. It's great for veterans, great for reservists, great for active duty military. Those people would be definitely interested in some of these programs. But spread the word. I think most people don't know much about this program yet. We need to do the research. We need to dig into it. Lastly, by you sharing it, it does help me, and I greatly appreciate that. But if you are on YouTube, I would really like you guys to subscribe to my YouTube channel because you're going to get more information. Every day we put out videos on what we're doing. You can see hundreds of videos of us teaching kickboxing and jiu-jitsu, other self-defense protocol that is it's really changing lives. In fact, our logo is literally, we are changing lives through martial arts. Friends, again, I'm Curtis Robinson, and if I can help you in any way, I really want to. I want you guys to just understand that it's super important for us to have some way to defend ourselves, ultimately to, ultimately to learn how to defend ourselves, get some really great socialization skills, understand what the law says about self-defense when we can and can't do those things. And in the end, if we can be better people, more confident and self-disciplined, we'll actually have less need to defend ourselves. The bullies are out there and they are kind of like wolves. They're looking for the one weak one. They're looking for the one little lamb who's off by himself or herself. I'm taking lambs and I'm turning them into lions. And when I say that, I don't mean your child's going to have this dramatic transformation and be vicious. What I'm really saying is the confidence level goes up, their self-discipline level goes up, their ability to respect their own body and respect other people goes up. And when you put that together, you get a person that doesn't look like a little lamb. They don't look like an easy target, and the bullies tend to go other places. We also offer a number of other great services. We teach self-defense from the entire spectrum to include armed and unarmed. So the kickboxing and jiu-jitsu are the unarmed portions, and we do have a firearms training program. If I can help you with that, again, that's super helpful to me. Guys, take the time to learn about this. Please give me some feedback. Please like and share. Please make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. It really does help. God bless you. Peace.